This is Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. Please like, subscribe, and share.
What's going on, everybody? I know we're a little bit delayed, but thank you for hanging around and waiting for us. Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. We got a good show, so hang all the way through. As always, like, subscribe, share it with your peoples. All right, so last show I got shut down, so I'm gonna start the show off with something that I didn't get a chance to say last week. Yo, why are women so hard to love? I'm not saying all women, not all women. Some of y'all women make it real easy, but for the ones who make it hard, like why do y'all want to make it hard for a man to love y'all?
I mean, you're gonna have to break that down, Don. Like, what exactly is women
So
giving men about being hard to love?
I think that some women will make love more complicated than it needs to be. In a perfect world, you love a man loves a woman, y'all do what y'all need to do to sustain each other. That's pretty much what a marriage is. Like, even before you get married, if you can master that right there, that's pretty much what a marriage is.
Uh-huh.
But what I see is, and it could be past traumas, it could be just, I don't know, how you want to live your life or what you've seen, but I've seen where women will make it hard for a man to not love them correctly, because even when a man loves a woman, that doesn't always mean he's loving her correctly, but at least show that he's loving her without the arguments and the fussing and the fighting and the. I mean, some of y'all are good. Like, some of y'all are easy with it, but there are women out there, and I hope that they're paying attention to this show, because some women are just like on some, I'm gonna make life as miserable as possible for you, but I still need you to love me right. Why is that?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Dawn. Like, I don't know. And to tell you the truth, I feel like someone tried to accuse me of being, I guess, like a feminist. Like, I'm only calling men out. You know what I'm saying? But I think in this situation and like other situations, I feel like I can give a perspective as a woman who deal with men, and you can give a perspective of a man who's dealt with women, right? So I know how I am as a woman, but I don't really know how a lot of these women be operating. I explained it to someone recently, one of my clients. I was explaining to her because she was like, she loved calling women out, but I don't hang around certain women that do certain things. So I might be oblivious to what really be going on out here when it comes to how women are when it comes to men, because I don't hang around women like that. Like, the women I'm cool with be married in relationships, you know what I'm saying? They not out here like just doing anything. Like, um so
Yeah, we gonna touch on that.
yeah, like that's the only thing I can honestly say. Like, I feel like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, a woman never just complaining and nagging for no reason. I think one thing I can say, as I learned as I got older, that I feel like even if a man do something wrong, right? If he hurt you, whatever case may be, if he apologized for it and you decide to keep dealing with him, I feel like at that point you have to forgive him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can't keep bringing the situation up. I've talked about that before. Like, it's kind of like, if you feel like as a woman you can't get past however he hurt you, then as a woman you shouldn't be continuously dealing with him. If you're just gonna continuously throw it in his face or make him pay for what he's done to you, there's no point in being with him. Like, um what Nisha's saying, like, I feel like how a man treat me is a reflection of how I'm going to act towards you. You know, not to sit here and be like, oh, I can't never just. But I don't know. Like, I usually, if I ever came at a man or gave a man a hard time, it's usually because he did something to me first.
Mm. So I'm gonna go back a comment or two about she is a reflection of what is given to her. That's not always the case. Sometimes it is the case, and sometimes men got to deal with I gave this, now I'm getting this in return. Get that. And maybe I am overgeneralizing. However, because it's not all women, because there are good women out there. Like my wife makes it really easy to love her, and I appreciate her for that. Life is simple. Um, but I do see where some women are dealing with. They're still dealing with things from their past, and even with some things from the guy's past. But like you said, if you decide to forgive somebody, yeah, you may not forget it, but don't bring it back up. Like if it happened and you got past it, let it go.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing when we had that conversation of even the how us women talk to men too. I think, once a man hurt us, we then have somewhat of a lack of respect for them. So then
Mm.
that changes our tone of voice when it comes to, how we talking to them, and it can, belittle them, in a sense, the way that women talk to men. Um, but I mean, give me some examples of like a woman being loved correctly and being treated 100% good by her man and her just giving him hell because of that.
I think you actually kind of just hit the nail on the head a second ago with what you said. Um, yeah, it's we can always say we forgive and forget, but sometimes it's hard to forget. And once a woman's gone through something with a guy, I guess they're going to make their lives miserable. So
Make their
I,
lives
I
miserable.
I get what you're saying. Like
It's
when you lose respect for a guy and you just talking down to the guy, like
yeah.
it's something that he did that caused that situation.
I don't
Mm.
know of no women. I personally don't know of no women who just going around bitching at their man without their man having to did something to them first.
That's not always the case, but it's most of the
I
time.
mean,
But
some. I
that's
mean,
yeah, that's not always the case.
I think the only time that women give men a hard time is when they're not feeling heard. Outside of if he ain't do nothing to her. If a woman is consistently, like, say a man and a woman's together or in a marriage, and she consistently like, we'll bring it down to as far as taking out the trash. Can you take out the trash? The house is stinking. The next day, the trash still there. Next thing you know, it's flies in the house. Can you take out the trash? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's like, nigga, do you fucking hear me? You get what I'm saying? I feel like women only gotta talk to men like that when it's like we're not being heard.
Women will definitely will definitely forgive a man before a man will forgive a woman. That's for sure. And I think we definitely talked about that on the previous show. Um,
Yeah.
go back to the previous shows, y'all. Watch that because every guy who's thinking you forgiven, you're not. Just move on. You fuck
Yeah.
up, move on.
I
Because even
think
if she say I'm going to take you back, yeah, she's not. She's gonna make your life hell.
I think women just get frustrated with like not being heard. I feel like if it's like little nagging shit, like I said with like the trash or uh like I know a woman that got into it with her dude over him keep leaving the toilet seat up. I know women that have gotten into it, which this is some shit that men be doing, and I don't understand why. But like leaving all the fucking cabinets in the kitchen open, like
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah,
yeah,
nah.
it's some men that do that. So it's like a woman would get irritated by things like that because it's like why, like so
Mm.
it's just like if she's starting to nag about shit like that, and it's like because if y'all weren't living together, if you live by yourself, if if it wasn't for her, oh, he left the toilet seat up. Let me close it. Let me close the cabinets. Like you would, as a man, he would really see what he's doing if he had to clean up after himself or you know, I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna let that kind of go for right now
I mean,
until I have something concrete.
give me a
I
good
wish.
point of view to where it's like we could debate about it. But it's like you tell me a woman that is being nothing is wrong in the relations. The man is like fucking doing his job as a man. He literally is listening to her. She's feeling hurt, and she just like treating him and talking to him like shit.
I think that some women think it's just being strong-willed or strong-minded, and they'll say what they want out their mouth. And I don't have anything concrete to put it on. That's why I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
However,
you had so much to say the last episode.
Because I had more. I had more content.
You still ain't got a valid point.
I ain't got no content now. I had content then. All right, fellas, if you had a situation like this, reach out to us. Let us know. I gotta help y'all out. And I ain't got nothing concrete.
That's my thing. If you could give me an example, I'll give it to you. I don't have that. That's the thing. I don't know why. Because I swear somebody in the comments last week, I feel like he was low key trying to call me like a feminist. He ain't say it because I asked him. I'm like who? Like who you talking to? Like but he ain't said. But I feel like he just. But my thing is, like I said, I don't know if it was not the end of the last episode, but the episode before that. It's like I literally just say things. I call a spade a spade. I'm never sitting here trying to attack men or feeling like I'm comforting women because it's like we've had so many episodes where I have talked about the shit that women do. I've talked about women talking down on men. I've talked about women that be using women that be lying about men's babies being theirs and it's not theirs. I've fucking called women out. I've held them accountable. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I from my knowledge, I have talked about every situation that I personally can think of when it comes to women. And no, it's not that I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm holding men to a certain standard that I am women, but men are supposed to be our leaders. And I feel like if we don't have the conversations of like, we could sit here and be like, oh, why is all of this happening? But how can we dig to the root and figure out why? Like, why is this? Why did we become this way, men and women? And how can we prevent all of these conflicts from happening so we can have healthy relationships? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what I said it before, and just like this topic right here, is that men are leaders. Whether y'all like it or not, that's exactly what y'all are supposed to do. Y'all are supposed to lead. So if a woman is talking to you disrespectfully, it literally has something to do with you. If a woman is not submitting to you, it has a lot to do with you. A woman naturally does whatever the fuck you do. So if you wonder why your woman is not following your lead, it's because of you. And it's not because I'm sitting here trying to attack men. I just want y'all to understand we are different. You know what I'm saying? But we have no problem following y'all, but you have to be a leader. You can't cheat on me and then think I have emotional safety. Now I want to talk to you and I feel safe with you. No, every time you walk out the door, now I think you fucking another bitch.
So
you get what I'm saying? So if you out cheating, you can't be mad at a woman for complaining or accusing you because you don't lost that trust. She no longer feels safe with you when it comes to that.
So, and I'm hearing what you're saying, and I actually really want to listen to this without responding. I want to listen to understand what you're saying because there's a lot of guys that don't realize what you just said. And even when I try to be on the damn guy's side, there's no guys on here to help me out, so I can't help y'all out.
You don't need a guy. You are a guy.
My shit's good, so I can't argue with what you're saying. But when When a woman gets in a situation where a guy does something and um and he fucks up for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
He cheats or leaves the toilet seat up, or he cheats and leaves the toilet seat up, or he cheats, leaves the toilet seat up, and he ain't take the garbage out. But this is like a 6-month span between the three. He cheated 6 months ago. 3 months ago, he left the toilet seat up, and then last night he didn't take out the trash.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to compile all of that together? Like, why can't we just sit down as a man and a woman and say, you know what you did hurt me. I'm willing to forgive you, but I need you to gain that trust back. When do we say these things to each other?
But it's not for women to say. When someone fucks up, you have to correct that mistake. It's not for women
Right,
to say, hey.
But the woman has to tell the man what the parameters are for fixing what he messed up. So a woman can say, look, you need to fix what you just did. But if she don't give him a parameter, then he's going to basically just be shooting in the dark, trying to fix shit. And he's never fixing it because he doesn't know what she requires to have it fixed.
Don, you knew as a man when you're in a relationship, you're not supposed to cheat, but you figured how to fucking cheat out.
Apparently, he didn't figure out how to cheat because he got caught. So he ain't know how to cheat.
Whatever, you still fucking cheated. That's beside the point. So when you break,
he didn't know how to do
it. When you break, like, I think my biggest thing is I don't understand why it's so hard for men to put themselves in women's shoes. Like, as women, I feel like it's so easy for us. If it's something, it could be anything. Like, if y'all like, I don't feel too well. Women naturally like, are you okay? Do you need some soup? Do you need this? Do you need? We didn't need to ask you, what do you need? We instantly go into that, like, you need this, you need some tissue, you need some medicine, you need me to do this, you need, like, we go into, like, if I was sick, this is what I would probably need. Like, it's called being considerate. Like, consider me. Put yourself in my shoes. How would you feel if I did that to you? How would you want reassurance after you broke that trust?
I don't know so the reason that a man, and I'm speaking from, I guess, personal experience at this point, the reason a man doesn't know how a woman wants him to fix it is because he would never give her the opportunity to fix it. So if it, for a man, it's like, oh, if you said it's fixed, we're done. I won't do what I did to get caught, basically. And the guy's like, no, saying, all right, she forgave me. We're moving past it. But we don't realize that you're not really moving past it because it hasn't been corrected. There's been no true correction. So I think that conversation part, and women are good conversationalists, which escapes me why y'all can't just say, okay, I need you to do X, Y, Z to fix this problem.
Yeah.
Somebody stomping through the house. So I'll give you an example. And I know I bring up these people a lot. It's just because they're out there. They're black fucking people now. Jay-Z, Beyonce, right? Jay cheated on Beyonce. This is something I read. I don't know how much truth it is in any of this, so nobody quote me on this. Jay cheated on Beyonce, and instead of Beyonce asking him the questions that most women ask, you know what I'm saying? Why did you cheat on me? What caused you to cheat on me? Was it something I wasn't given? A lot of women will fall back on, what are the things that I did that caused you to do this? As opposed to what she did was she said, go get counseling and fix it. Whatever the problem was, it wasn't me. So you need to go and get your situation fixed so it doesn't happen again. And I'm not going to say I'm going to forgive you until I know that you went and got your situation fixed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times guys are getting the misconception that, okay, so it happened, we argued about it, we yelled for 2.5 days, but then we fell back into bed, we made love, she forgave me. But that's a miscommunication on the woman's part, because it's like it's not over and it's just being swept under the rug as if it's done, but it's not really done. So why not just say it's not done? Like, we're not done. We're going to talk about that shit so I get blue in the face, because I need you to understand what you did to me.
Nicole said, I think men think sex is forgiving.
It is.
So I think what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, because I do feel like it's almost like with a child, right? If a child was to write all over your walls, you're gonna have a consequence. You know, you might get disciplined, you might be in timeout, you know. So you're basically saying you want us to punish y'all.
Not in the same exact sense, but we need to know that there's a consequence for our actions. If the consequence is just an argument, and once the argument's over, then we're done.
This is how short. Go ahead, sorry.
But y'all gonna bring it up 4 months later, 6 months later, 8 months later, 5 years down the line. Like, so now we're sitting there going, yo, I thought we was done with this shit. Like, all right, I did it. I said sorry. You forgave me. We had sex, and everything's cool.
I feel like some women, when a man cheats, you got some women that straight up leave. It's like it's not forgiving at all. Like, it's like, I'm not tolerating it because I wouldn't do it to you. You're not doing it to me. You got some women that stop talking to a man for a period of time, and then after a while, she might give in, like, you know. And then you got some women that it's like, damn, I really love you. It's not that I'm condoning you cheating, but I love you, you know, and I'm hurt, you know. And so clearly it was a reason why a man stepped out and wanted closeness with a woman. But, you know, and then we know how some of y'all men is. If y'all went out and cheated with the woman, it's a side woman. So now your girl mad at you. You cheated, you this, get out. And she stopped dealing with you for a month. 9 times 10, you gonna go back to fucking the bitch you cheated on her with. If we really gave y'all a break, if we like, all right, nope, I'm cutting him off, I'm giving it a month, he need to work on his stuff, he's gonna go work on that bitch he just fucked. He's like, well, we technically single right now, so she's still mad at me. That's how some of y'all be thinking. Don't say y'all don't. Don't say that y'all don't.
You are 65% right. I'm not giving you 100.
65.
I ain't giving you 100. Fuck that. 70% right. I ain't giving you 100% today. Fuck that shit. You had your rants last week. I ain't giving you 100% this week.
It's okay, no.
No, you okay? So there is a portion of that's right. Like, a guy's not thinking along the lines of, let me do what needs to be done, and to fix my marriage or relationship. They're really not even thinking, how can I get back in the house? He's sometimes 70% of the times he's thinking, oh shit, I got pussy over there. It's fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But where's the where's the accountability? Where is the hold the guy accountable for what he did wrong, and hold him accountable for how he hurt you?
Don, so the accountability would look. You can't argue with me. I don't know why you can. So the accountability, y'all don't want us to truly hold y'all accountable, because if we did, we would do the same exact thing y'all would do if we cheated on y'all. Walk the fuck away for good.
You know what? even though I'd hate for that to be done to me, I'd
feel like
also hate to be cheated on. So I get it. Like,
so you basically, the solution to this of men not hearing women's mouth after they cheat is women, when men cheat on you, leave the first time and never fucking come back, because he's always gonna be a cheater, and that's your way of holding him accountable. And maybe he'll learn his
or
lesson
at
to the next person.
or at least hold them so accountable that the next time he thinks about cheating, he'll think twice. Um,
So what would you
I
suggest?
had
Like, to hold them accountable but still forgive them?
um, it's not so much just forgiving them. There's work that has to be put in for him to show that he's one, not regretful for being caught, but regretful for actually doing the action. Um, he also has to know that it's not going to be as easy if it happens again. Because here's what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I'm not putting y'all secrets out there, but until we get past this shit, we just gonna keep fucking up relationships, honestly. So I'm not putting guys' secrets out there, but what's real is real. He cheats the first time. She argues, she fucks, she fight. She might scratch his fucking face. You know, key up his car. Y'all might do some crazy shit. But then y'all say, okay, well, you know what? That's done. Because in y'all mind, y'all don't want to lose him to the side chick, right? So y'all will sit there and go, you know what? If I don't take him back, he's just going to end up with her. And then I'm going to look like the asshole because now I'm single and she got my man. That's some pride shit. That's some pride shit that y'all deal with. We got pride shit. Y'all do too.
First of all, it wasn't our choice to walk away and fucking cheat. We love you. The fuck? Like, love just can't go away in a fucking day because you made a stupid ass decision. So I feel like sometimes when women forgive a man, it's not necessarily like I'm condoning you cheating. It's because I genuinely love you. Yeah, I'm gonna be hurt about it. Yeah, I'm gonna be mad about it. Yeah, you're gonna hear my mouth about it. But I love you. Like,
okay. So how does love sustain at that point? Because I know a couple who's been married for about 45 years at this point. And I asked him, like, yo, how in the hell did y'all do that shit? Because I want to know, because I want to be married 45, 50, 60 years. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, no, it wasn't always like this. I fucked up. I cheated. She forgave me. But what she did when she forgave him made him know, I can't do this shit again. There is no getting away with it a second time. And yes, I get what you're saying about, saying, yo, we love the man. Saying, like, we don't want to break up the relationship, but at the same time, we mad because he cheated on you. But you have to make it so that a man knows, like I know without a shadow of a doubt, love my wife to pieces, but I know I don't cheat because I don't want the consequences of cheating.
Yeah,
I know it's some shit that's about to happen. And since I done told her how to use a gun, I'm not scared of those consequences. I don't want that shit to happen. So I know I love my wife enough. There's no reason for me to go out and cheat. So I don't cheat. But at the same time, it's instilling that in your relationship that says, if you cheat, there's going to be some consequences and repercussions. And you're going to have to deal with that shit for a while.
So what is the consequences? To stop talking to him for a period of time? Like, what does he need to do to know, like, you can never do this again?
Not be afraid to say, you know what? If I have to let you go, I will. It's going to hurt me, but I'm not going to continuously be hurt. Mm-hmm. So letting a guy know this is it. After this, if it happens again, I am done, and stand on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got sisters, I got daughters, And I will tell them the exact same thing. Yes, it's great that women are willing to forgive, a man's indiscretions, but don't continue to, because if you do it one time and you tell him this is it, and then he does it again,
And that's
and you be like, okay, look, one more time, and it's gonna be over. That nigga's like, I can fuck around all I want.
Yeah. So basically, once is a mistake, twice is a choice. And once a man play with, I mean, personally, I feel like
once is a choice, honestly,
a man play
but
with you, leave him the fuck alone. But you're basically saying in some situations, a man can cheat once,
yeah,
and then you can hold him accountable, and then all of a sudden he act right again.
because there are. I'm not even gonna call it mistakes. I ain't about to. I'm not about to wear that fucking. There's no mistakes. However, a guy can err, and he can do something stupid, and he can sit there and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Now I got caught. Now I'm dealing with the consequences." But if he knows that those consequences are real, he's less likely to do it a second time if he loves his woman. Now, if he don't give a fuck whether he loses it or not, then he's gonna do what the hell he want to do. But if he knows I'm gonna lose somebody who's great to me, and I really love her, I made a mistake the first time, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna keep myself out of situations where that can even come up and happen. But women have to stand on that shit. Like they can't.
Can men stand on stop fucking cheating? Sorry. Go ahead.
We can. We can. And I think
Hey
you know
y'all,
what
because it's like
you might
y'all
have asked
cannot resist
before.
temptation, and it's like I get that women need to stand on business, and I agree with you. I do. Like I commend women who do not play. Like I commend women like who file for divorce. I commend them. Like you know what I'm saying. If somebody continuously play with you, but I just feel like men really be sleeping on the fact that like men be like acting like their women don't like men don't try to talk to their women. They women can go to the market, they women can go to the gas station, they women could go somewhere, and there are men that are trying to talk to her, and she could easily say, "I have a man," but y'all
That's
cannot.
because men and women cheat for two different reasons. They do.
Why?
Um,
Because we are
and
conquerors. Go ahead.
no, that's not it. I'm not going
Yeah,
to use
don't
that
try to
one
say that
today.
word. I'm tired
I'm
of it.
not going to use that one today. I'll reserve that one for later, but not today. So women cheat because of something that they're missing in their relationship. Men cheat because of something they desire. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's the truth. And there's really I can give a couple of scenarios for women who you can fulfill your man's desires without him ever stepping out the house and doing something. And I'll be more than happy to share that information. But if a woman cheats on a man, the man really feels like it's something that he wasn't doing because 900 times out of 10, it is something that he wasn't doing. Like a woman cheats because of something she is missing in her relationship. Women don't just go out and go, you know what? Damn, he got on them gray sweats. He looking kind of good. Shit, I'm gonna try to get at him. That's not a woman's mentality. A woman is thinking, I got a good man at home. He gives me the things that I want. 100 men could walk up to her inside the grocery store, the mall. It don't matter. He could flash dough. A woman like, I'm good because I got everything I want. But let one thing be missing, and she's like, shit. He got 5 teeth. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get at the 5 teeth. You know what I'm saying? Because he's giving her something that she don't have. He makes her feel special. He compliments her. He is willing to go to the fucking mall and hold all her clothes while she goes shopping. It could be anything. But if a woman's not missing anything, she's not going to cheat. Now, on the flip side, on the man's side, Men are always going to have desires, always going to have something that they desire.
If your woman is not what you desire.
But that's not it. It's not that that's not his woman is not what he desires. He just desires his woman. And okay, so his woman got brunette hair. He might desire a blonde this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hate that. That don't mean you just go fuck somebody because they got a different hair color and you like the hair color.
I was making that simple, but yeah, I mean, you know. But women can also meet their man's desires with conversing. I almost said fucking conversate. The fuck? By conversing with the man and finding out what he desires and fulfilling that desire for him at home. For example, if a man just, you know what, man, you know, if a man can be 100% honest, okay, we're looking at sci-fi now. A man being 100% honest and saying exactly what's on his mind. Mm-hmm. And a woman goes, you know what do you desire so that I can meet those desires? And he goes, well, you know what? Every now and then I want to look at something different and I want to have sex with something different. Woman could put a fucking wig on and come into the fucking bedroom and be a totally different woman because women can change up their damn appearance very easily. And they can give their man a new woman every other month and not realize that you just fulfilled his desire. You just fulfilled his need to go cheat. He's cheating with his woman.
Are you serious? So you telling me I gotta dress up as a new bitch every other week so a man don't want to cheat on me?
Sometimes it might help.
No, go to fucking therapy. That sounds insane.
It sounds insane, but it's true. It sounds insane
because if that's the case, then when we go out, you are looking at every single woman. If I can't fulfill your desires, me alone, and you be like, damn, like, I got the one, then don't fucking be with me. I'm not about to sit here and be putting on blonde blue wigs. Like, I'm not about to do that shit. Like, that's fucking weird.
It's not weird. It
is weird. I'm not about to be nobody but myself. Nigga, if that's the case, then you no. I'm sorry. No.
It's simple as that. Like, no, it's simple. No saying like a man desires different things. He desires.
Okay, well, what if a woman really
variety?
Got a small penis. I desire a bigger dick, nigga. Go get surgery or some shit.
Oh no, you should just go find a big dick nigga because there's nothing you can do about that shit.
It's the same thing though. If you feel like your woman, like if she's not what you fully desire and she's like just her alone is good enough for you, then go be with 10, 20 bitches.
But he don't want to be with.
No, that's
he
selfish.
He doesn't want to be with,
that is selfish. That is selfish.
That's not selfish. He doesn't want to be with 10, 20 women because out of those 10, 20 women, you're gonna get 10 or 20 personalities.
If he has sexual desires outside of his woman, like damn, like babe, you look good, but I need me a girl who got blonde hair, and I need a girl that do that. Like you need to go search for that because I'm not her. Just like if I was to be like, nigga, your dick not big enough, it needs to be bigger. You can be like, well, it ain't getting no bigger, so go get a bigger dick. Like,
but that's something he can't change. Like a guy with a small dick, he can't change that. There's nothing he could do.
And I can't change that I'm not blonde hair, blue eyes.
Like, sure you can. You can put on a wig. You can put on some contacts.
I can't. No, I cannot. No,
why can't you? Women do it all the time.
A man wouldn't be able to do it for me if I'm like, oh, I want you to have blonde hair. You ain't about to put on no blonde shortcut to look like a white man for me. It sounds crazy though, but now you laughing because it sounds crazy. But
women don't cheat for that reason.
You supposed to just fucking understand. No, that's insane.
Women change their appearance all the time though, like y'all do.
I need like a mic. Men, y'all need fucking help. We are not about to normalize y'all fuck shit.
It's not.
Don't let Don convince y'all either.
Yo, guys, I'm telling you, if your woman was to every now and then walk in the house with a wig on or something like that, I promise you ain't gonna. Why cheat? Because we in love with the person. We just need a, you know,
And we
a
love
different
it.
flair
We're not
sometimes.
sitting here expecting y'all to be 10 different niggas for us to desire y'all and for us to love y'all.
But
Like,
that's
we're
not
not
why
going to do
women
all that.
cheat. Women don't cheat for that reason, so y'all don't need that. But that's what we need. Women cheat because they're missing something. All we got to do is not miss anything.
And if you're missing the fact that you need multiple different women, the looks of multiple different women, then you need to go be with multiple women. You do not belong in a monogamous relationship with a woman that looks a certain way if that is not what you fully desire.
But why is that so
No.
hard? Why? Like, I don't. Why? Why can't? If this is something as simple as this, right? I done gave y'all the roadmap. It's simple. Why? If y'all change y'all appearance all the time anyway, why can't y'all do it for y'all man's sake?
First of all, we don't change our appearance all the time. We might change our hairstyles. There's a difference between changing your hairstyle and changing your appearance. Thank you, Nisha, because I need you to slap the living shit out of him tonight. The fuck is he talking about? And
She don't know she about to have on a
never get
blonde
what
wig
you
later
listen
on. It
to
don't
his
matter.
ass. Y'all gonna fuck around and be fucking single and not have shit.
She said, "Yeah, right." I bought the blonde wig bag. I got. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry about it. We bought a blonde wig. No, I'm just saying.
All that, man.
But why? Okay, women do change their appearance all the time. Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all just do. Y'all do. Y'all might wear your hair up. Y'all might wear your hair down. Y'all might wear your pulled back, two ponytails, whatever. Y'all constantly are changing your appearance. So why not do the same thing for your man's sake?
That's like me. No, because that's like, yo, like I really don't want to get into this conversation because that's almost like, I love what my man can do. The sex is great, but his physical appearance ain't that good. So while I'm having sex with you, I'm imagining a Chris Brown in my mind while I'm fucking you. No.
If it works for you, I mean,
No, that's
if
not
that
okay.
works, if that's your thing, then
okay.
you know.
No.
You might need to get a Chris Brown hairdo or whatever, you know. I don't know. I ain't never had the problems that he got, but you know.
Fucking tape Chris Brown picture his face with another face when y'all having sex. Do that for us then.
See, but you making it a particular person.
No. You guys fucked up. Don't do not listen to him. Yeah, so at this point,
ladies, don't listen to her.
If y'all want us to wear blonde, blue, purple wigs and all this other shit, then y'all gonna tape Chris Brown face on y'all fucking face. We gonna get a Chris Brown fucking who shiesty mask for y'all to put on. The fuck? No.
Oh, my fucking tears.
No.
I mean, if that's what it takes, you know, fuck it. I'll just have to be Chris Brown for the night. I'll be breezy. Oh,
because of the bitch, you can be like, fuck that nigga Chris Brown. You like, oh, well, I'm going to the Chris Brown concert. I got VIP tickets. I'm doing a meet and greet. You can be like, bitch.
Oh, you ain't doing no meeting, nothing. I've just been fucking dressed up as Chris Brown for the last goddamn year. You ain't meeting the shit. Fuck that shit. No.
No, I just feel like the person that you choose, them, they should be good enough alone. You should have to
some guys it is
who you are. We had a whole fucking topic a few weeks ago about this, Don, about you shouldn't let your person change who you are. Like, what happened to that?
Well, you're not changing who you are. Because he's in love with, but he's in love with who you are. He just sometimes, men are visual. We just sometimes need a little visual effect. You know what I'm saying? Y'all walk around, y'all put on the eyelashes or whatever. I don't know why y'all do that. Because in all of my life, I ain't never said, oh my God, she would be much more beautiful if her eyelashes was out here. I would, but Y'all do it. Y'all change up your appearance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pull your hair back. Y'all might dye your hair. So what's wrong with putting on a little wig or something to, spice things
Because
up a
at that
little
point,
bit?
you're desiring for a different woman. It's not like, oh, it'd be different if you like, oh, I want you to wear this lingerie. Like, I want you to wear this specific lingerie set. You literally want to fantasize about being with another woman. Go fucking be with her.
But it's not another woman. It's just the appearance of another woman
That is
because he's
another
still in
woman.
love with the woman you are.
If you are fan, if you fucking desire a woman with blonde hair and I don't have fucking blonde hair, at that point, I'm not her. I'm not turning into her just because ultimately, every time we walk past a blonde hair woman, I'm gonna be like, is he
Okay.
doing a double take?
Okay, so let's say it's not a blonde hair woman because I don't know too many black men who, well, no, a lot of black dudes do like blonde hair women, but nevertheless, let's say okay, so like right now your hair's curly,
Mm-hmm.
and your man go no saying, damn, no saying I like, but sometimes when you come in the room your hair's straight. All right, so you straighten your hair for him, might
Okay.
make yourself look a little different, even though you're the same. You just look a little different. And for him, it's like, what I'm saying? Yesterday, I had a curly hair chick. Today, I got a straight hair chick. You know what I'm saying?
I
Are
mean,
you getting me now?
not to okay. I get you a little bit, but not
Okay.
because you want me to look like somebody different. It's just because you like, oh, I like you with straight hair, or I like you with curly hair, or I like you with braids.
Different appearances. I like some variety in my
But
life.
are you doing this because you want to imagine that you're having sex with a different person?
Every man wants to imagine he's having sex with different women. Like
Y'all niggas ain't shit, and y'all wonder why us women be so fed up with y'all shit.
but isn't it better that he imagines being with another woman than being with another woman?
No, that's worse because you're always gonna compare me to other women and feel like I'm not what you want.
But you are the other woman. It's the same woman. You are the other woman. So what's the
No,
problem?
no, because ultimately I would feel like that would make me insecure about myself to feel like he don't love me for who I am. Like that doesn't sexually satisfy him. So I have to be somebody outside of myself for him to like me.
But everything else is the same. So everything else he still loves.
It does not if you're not attracted to me physically in my appearance and my hair or whatever the case may be, then that means you don't like a part of me.
But no, it's not that he don't like a
That's like
part of
some women
you.
don't like men that have cornrows.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe a woman like locks or some shit. And she like, put on this lock wig so we can fuck.
What's wrong with that? If that's what she requires, she want to put her hand through some
No,
locks every now and then. Get you a
no.
lock, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just because you still everything else about the person is still the same. He still likes the way you walk in the room. He
Hair
still likes the way
issues.
that you sound. But he just
So if
he want to visualize himself with somebody else. But you, you, you know what? I didn't think this was gonna last this long. On to the next topic. Because I'm not gonna win this shit. And I have no guys helping me out. But guys, ladies, men are visual. That's what we visualize. Like,
okay, so visually choose the woman that you mostly desire, that fulfills your desires, and stay with her. But do not expect her to want to purposely look like someone else for you to be sexually attracted to her continuously throughout your relationship.
yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of other guys, not myself, because I got to get
I
off of
hope
here
not.
and I got to deal with my wife.
I hope not, because if
I
I do,
am
so put
not
your ass
speaking
on the
on my
couch.
behalf. However, from other guys' standpoint, this is some things that guys be thinking about, and not me though, because I want my woman to look the same as she looked before I got on air. After I get off this motherfucking show, so I don't want change.
Mm.
But ladies, don't knock it till you try it. You know, your man, meet your man at a bar and act like y'all just met each other and
The
go
more
fuck the
that
shit out
your
of each
man
other.
is fucking sexually attracted to women who look opposite of what you are, the less he's gonna desire for you. Next topic.
All right, moving right along.
Yeah. So my topic is COVID really fucked some of us up.
That it did. That it did.
So what, like, COVID was probably like 6 years ago to this date, probably. Um,
Almost. Yeah, you're right. Damn.
I
You
don't feel
right.
like COVID fucked everybody up, because I think some people found themselves during COVID. When COVID hit, do you feel, because I feel like with COVID, I feel like it made people sit with themselves, which is like we always are busy. We wake up, do this,
Mm-hmm.
go to work, go to the gym, whatever. Always moving, always running errands. And so I feel like a lot of times, when people want to have their off day, sometimes they sit with themselves. But I feel like COVID was like an extended period of time where people got to sit with themselves and sit with their thoughts and sit with their relationship, be around their partner more than they ever had to. um
Mm-hmm.
and so I think it fucks some people up mentally. um do you, like, from your own experience, or if you know anyone else, do you feel like COVID negatively affected you in any way?
So I think COVID affected us all in a negative way, whereas we went through a long period of time where true personal communication got thrown out the window because we couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were relying on the phone conversations or the video chats, but video chatting with somebody and being physically next to them is two totally different things. And I think we got too used to that. It fast forwarded us into the social media society we have today.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a time when I remember I used to sit on video chat with one of my homegirls every night, and it became so much of the norm. I'll tell you how it became so much of the norm. I used to hate iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
Used to hate it. Now I can't survive without having an iPhone because I needed FaceTime during that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get an iPhone so I can FaceTime my friends and talk to them. And it became so much of the norm that I had to buy an iPhone even after we was able to get outside. Anytime I talked to somebody, I had to FaceTime. I
Mm-hmm.
had to have that face-to-face conversation over a video because for a year and a half, that's all we had.
Yeah.
And I know it seems like a year and a half isn't a long time, but it only takes 21 days to create a habit. And we created habit on top of habits in a year and a half. So it did fuck us up as far as because now we don't know how to deal with each other in person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to control our emotions in person because if you get into an argument with somebody over video chat, just fucking hang up. Like, but if you arguing with somebody face to face, you have to deal with those emotions right there in front of you. And I think we lost that.
Yeah.
I think that was huge. And it's crazy. Like, it's crazy that you brought that up today because we almost literally 6 years to the day that
Mm-hmm.
we all got shut in. It was like March. We all got shut the hell in.
Right.
But it did fuck us up. It fast forwarded us into a time we were not ready for.
Yeah. I feel like I part of me feels like COVID really robbed us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was really fucked up how some kids didn't get to go to their fucking senior prom. Like, you know what I'm
Senior
saying? Some
graduations,
go to
yeah.
school all these years to go to prom. Some kids didn't get a graduation. They were robbed of that. And I feel like that fucking sucks, because I feel like all those years you put in, going to school is like you live to get to see that day, that accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think with COVID, I feel like a lot of people fell into depression,
Yeah.
because um just like I feel like when people don't know who they are, they use outside sources, their friends, to try to, I guess, just fit in, like, and I feel like you know, people want to escape themselves so much that it's like with COVID, you had no choice but to sit in the house, and it's like you with yourself. Some people don't like
Yeah.
themselves, and or they don't know who they are. Like, outside of having the identity of, oh, I'm a friend, I'm a brother, I'm a son, and I got to do this for everybody. I'm always doing shit for everybody. You know, so I feel like some people went into a deep depression. I feel like it caused some people to become alcoholics. Some people feel more um depressed. Like some people weren't working out, so some people have gained a lot of weight during COVID. Um, to the point where I feel like some people still struggle to this day because of that. Um, Yeah, and then there was a small percentage of people that I feel like found themselves in COVID too. I feel like it was a lot of people that was like, you know what, I learned how to cut my own hair, so now I'm thinking about being a barber. You got people that started businesses and came up with ideas and used that time wisely to strategize. How, while I have this downtime, how can I make my life better? You know, but I personally, I think it just robbed us of years. And honestly, it's like it feels like it's not fair. Like, and I'm not just talking about like the teenagers who was robbed of their prom and all that, but even us adults, I just feel like we were robbed of time, because time is of the essence. Life is very precious, and so I feel like we all know like the years go by very, very fast. So it's like for us to be bound in a house, and it was even outside when they let us go back outside, we were still very restricted. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, if you go to a restaurant, it can't be more than a certain amount of people there. You got to wear your mask. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's something to us psychologically. Um, and I don't know. I I personally felt like COVID was a good time for me personally,
Me
but I
too.
can, yeah, I can acknowledge what I see other people do. Honestly, I think I would probably actually thrive better if I'm not gonna say the world was shut down, but I realized like maybe if I didn't have to work. I think that was the thing. Like I realized like, dang, me simply not having to go to work made me realize I could really prioritize myself, which I
Mm-hmm.
felt, you don't realize when you working and you busy and stuff that sometimes you neglect yourself in certain ways. So during COVID, I feel like I really prioritized myself. I worked out like 3 times a day. Um, I was really focused on my relationship with God. I wasn't having sex. I wasn't drinking. Like, I feel like I was the best version of myself during COVID. And then when the world opened back up, I feel like I can't do some of those things. I can't put my focus into the things that I felt like was very important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then it's like it's like you got a taste of something that it's like now you can't have. I'm not saying you can't have it, but it's hard to maintain. You know,
Yeah.
um,
COVID did some good and some bad for me.
mhm,
I can honestly say, up until COVID, for how many 2020 what was that 6 years ago? I was 46, 47. And for the first time, I had to sit my ass down
mhm,
and just chill. And during that time, because I had nothing else to do, I got my credit straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I tackled my credit head on. Um, so much to the point where I surprised myself.
mhm,
Because, like you said, when you have access to doing a lot of things, you don't focus on the things that are important. So it gave me an opportunity to focus on what was important to me. It also made me realize I'm not dealing with anybody's bullshit. Life's too short. So
Mhm.
things that I might have dealt with women bringing into my life, or things that women would say, I was like, nah, I don't have time to deal with that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So I need to find
Yeah.
somebody who's gonna match my chill, and we could just really have, you know what I'm saying, cool conversations, because anything else is just not acceptable to me.
Right.
Now, on the flip side of that, I did become a fucking alcoholic, functional, but an alcoholic nevertheless.
During
Um,
COVID.
During COVID, hell yes. Like, I used to only drink on like weekends. Like, you know, so I used to be like a weekend drinker. Like, if it's a social gathering, I used to drink. During COVID, I drank every day. Like, that was the only store, besides going to the grocery store, the only other reason you would leave the house is go buy some liquor. So I would go every payday, I would go stock up on liquor. And in 2 weeks, I had to go back to the liquor store because I was out.
Mm-hmm.
And I went from just drinking on the weekends or social gathering to drinking every single day.
Yeah.
Um, because now every day is a social gathering, because we used to have a evening FaceTime chat with a bunch of people, and everybody's drinking because every day is now your social gathering, because that's your only communication to the outside.
Yeah.
Um, so getting past that after COVID honestly took me about 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I can actually go, yeah, I don't need to drink during the week. But that took me about 5 years to move away from. Um, I know a lot of people don't speak on that negative aspect, but I know a lot of people who went from social drinking to drinking every day,
Mm-hmm.
or smoking weed every day, whereas before they might have just smoked on the weekends after they got paid. But it did change us, because you had to get real with yourself, and the only way that you're gonna escape who you know you are is to put your mind in a different place, and drinking and smoking was it. So a lot of us realized that we weren't as comfortable with who we were
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, and we were the ones that we were running from the whole time. We wasn't running from reality; we were running from ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We were escaping who we were.
Yeah.
Um, I found out like a lot. Like I went through counseling during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
not because of COVID, but just because I had time to fuck it. I ain't doing nothing else. Might as
Right.
well jump on a video chat with a therapist. And I found out how fucked up of a human being I was. And I was like, damn, I don't like this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to have somebody else tell you you've been a piece of shit all your life. Like, this is not new. You didn't just become a piece of shit yesterday. This is who you've been all your life. And I'm sitting there
Mm-hmm.
going, I thought I was a good dude. And she's like, nah, you wasn't. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And my whole life, whenever I was drinking, I wasn't escaping what was going on around me. I was escaping me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, because I actually like was always been a heavy smoker, but I actually stopped smoking in COVID, in the beginning of COVID. I made a
How the
decision.
hell did you do that? Shit.
Honestly, I had got a bad batch and I was fed the fuck up. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I had hella weed and I gave that shit away. I ain't gonna hold you. I gave that shit away and I was like, I'm done. I'm not smoking. And like I said, I don't know what, like, I mean, I feel like I was already on a journey of trying to get closer to God. So it wasn't like honestly, even before I started smoking, I literally used to like be in my Bible and be smoking my blunt. And I know it sounds horrible, but that's what I used to
No,
do. I
nothing
don't
horrible about
necessarily
that.
feel like people have to stop smoking to have a relationship with God, but it was just something personal for me that I wanted to do. Like, cause I knew that I did it before, and I'm like, I can do it again. But this time, I was like, I didn't want to lean on like drinking alcohol. So it was like I stopped smoking. I made a decision not to drink because drinking never been like a heavy thing for me. And I wasn't having sex because I wasn't talking to nobody. And I was just focusing my relationship with God and working out. And it was just an amazing feeling. Like, I swear I never felt so good in my life. Like,
Mm.
and it was like the moment the world opened back up, even when my birthday eventually came up that year, that was when I had my first drink in months. And it was kind of like dang, like, it's like I got a taste of being back outside, like, and it wasn't even like a big drink. It was like some fucking wine, like, but then next thing you know, it's like I want wine, so I think I realized more than anything that I really I don't want to say like, it's almost like I somewhat like thrive in isolation, like, I feel like
Hmm.
when I'm around people, and especially if you let people influence you, I feel like that can get me off track, because
Yeah.
I can say I know what I want for myself, and I know what it takes for me to become my best self, but it would require me to not be around people that could be of bad influences on me, and I feel like the moment that, I went back, the world opened back up, and reality started setting in. I feel like I fell off track with a lot of those things that I was focused on, and I think, even though I don't think COVID affected me negatively while I was in there, I think I thrived. But I think if it fucks me up now, because it's like I want that feeling back more than anything,
Hmm.
and it's like, how do you get that? Not saying like, you can't build a relationship with God, but it's like, me being a hairstylist and stuff, trying to balance everything. And, I just realized like that freedom was like a different type of freedom,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. I honestly miss having that time.
Honestly, I agree with you on that. Because when I felt like I didn't have to be around people, like I had at that point in time, I had a choice. If
Hmm.
somebody called me, if I don't answer the phone, I don't have to talk to anybody.
Right.
I was at that time I was in a failing relationship, so wasn't no sex popping off of me. Um, and I used to, prior to COVID, my life evolved around sex.
Mm.
Like it was like if I wasn't having sex, I was not happy.
Yeah.
So if I was in a relationship and for whatever reason she didn't want to have sex for 2, 3, 4, 5 days,
Hmm.
that for me, that was means enough for me to yell, fucking stomp around the damn house, and
Hmm.
definitely fucking go out and cheat.
Yeah.
But after the world opened back up, I was like, yo, you just went through a year and a half of not really doing any of that.
Mm.
So is it is it mandatory for you? Like to me, it was like imagine having an itch that you just can't fucking scratch.
Hmm.
Eventually, you just get immune to the itch being there. And
Yeah.
that's what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, sex is great. Still encourage everybody to go out and have sex. Go out and have
Hmm.
sex. I'm telling y'all, do it. But it's not a mandatory factor in your life. And
Hmm.
you can, as with any drug, and sex is a drug, as with any drug, you can kick the habit, but you have to put yourself in a position where you have to. And during COVID, I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was in a failing marriage. Um, there was zero sex going on in the house. Um, and it was just like, after a while, I was just like, I'm cool. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
I think I think with COVID too, I think it was just a mindset thing. You know, I think some people like, oh, I don't know, because I think COVID was something that I feel like we didn't know what it was. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
something that we never experienced in life. Um, it was scary because you had people dying, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think that too had a lot to do with, I feel like, me like focusing on my relationship with God, because people were just dying. So I'm like, well, let me get right with God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then the people that they were saying was dying was like because they had poor pre-existing health conditions, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, and I heard it had something to do with the upper respiratory, why a lot of people was passing away. So because I smoked for years, when I smoked weed, I used to always get upper respiratory infections where it's like I literally could not breathe. Like, you know, I don't know if you ever got an upper
Mm.
respiratory infection, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
it literally like hurts to breathe. Your chest is hurting. Um, and so it felt like near fucking death, like, you know, upper respiratory infection. So when I was hearing that, I'm like, oh, I'm done smoking. You know, let me not drink. Let me try to work out. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm trying to live, because I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know? Um, but I think some other people like, oh, well, fuck it. Like, let's just make the time go by, you know, and I think that's
Yeah.
the different in mindsets with some people. And I think some people looked at it like a way to avoid themselves and or just let the time pass, you know. And I think the biggest thing though is like the saddest part is the ones that fell into a depression, because I feel like some of those people, it's some people that fell into a depression during COVID that still have not recovered to this
They
day.
haven't come out of it yet. Yeah. They still haven't come out of it.
You know, just like we sit here and say like some people became alcoholic, there are some people that are like really bad alcoholics and it started from COVID. Like I'm talking about they're not
Mm-hmm.
functioning. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that like COVID was just like it was a I feel like it was good for some people, but it was sad because I feel like everybody was affected different. You know, some people actually lost people in their family, you know, and it was
Mm-hmm.
very unexpected. It wasn't like, you know, and sometimes death is unexpected, you know, but not from this epidemic. Like, you know, that was different, you know,
Yeah.
where I think people could accept death if it was like, oh, they got into a car accident. Even that stuff is hard to deal with, like, you know, or this happened, but just like out of nowhere because of this illness that's taking over the world, you know. And so I think
Mm-hmm.
it fucked with some people mentally when it came to that, you know. And yeah, like I don't know, like I don't know, yeah.
I think that the one thing that we can all take from COVID, and don't get me wrong, it was a horrible time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I watched some really good friends of mine pass away, and you had to watch that via a fucking screen. You had to watch their funeral on
Right.
a screen. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a real hard part. But the one that we all need to take from that is we can spend time with ourselves. We can examine who we are, and we can cut ourselves off from the outside world. I think we should all, at some point, just lock ourselves in and disconnect from everybody, because we have to learn to love who we are,
Mm-hmm.
especially if we expect somebody else to someday love us. Um, if you can't sit back in the house, lock the door, turn your phone off, and just get to know who you are and be comfortable with that. So
Right.
the problem for me was I had that. I had to get to know who I was. But what I realized was I didn't like who I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I realized that sitting in the basement, chilling, and I had to be alone with me, and I didn't like who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I realized, okay, I have to get myself to the point where I care about me so much so that I can actually care about somebody else, because for 40 plus years I was under this illusion that I was this great guy, and every relationship fucked up because somebody else was crazy. Like, but then I realized, no, you're the one that's been fucking them up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I hated who I found out I was so much that I lived in that bottle to get away
Mm-hmm.
from me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can sit back, I can chill by myself if need be, and I don't have to pick up a bottle
Mm-hmm.
to be comfortable with being around myself. But I definitely found during COVID that all my life I was running from me, and I used everything under the sun. I used sex. So if I had sex, that means a woman liked me, which means I must be a pretty decent person because she liked me. So
Mm-hmm.
even if I don't like who I am, she likes me, so I must be okay. And I use things like that as a crutch to avoid me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And some horrible shit.
And it's crazy because I feel like I learned like not having sex, not drinking, not smoking weed, working out, getting close to God. That made me the best version of myself. You know?
Mm,
So I think that that's something that we could all take, that it's like, because I feel like when the world open back up, I feel like we literally just act like that shit never happened. And like it can't happen
yeah,
again, you know?
yeah,
And so I ain't gonna lie, like when the world opened back up, and I don't know why, it's so weird. Like when I go places, sometimes I feel like people just stand too close to me. Like, and
yeah.
I'm like, I ain't trying to be rude, but can you back up? Like, or you just coughing without covering your mouth. And I'm just like, did we not learn a lesson from this shit? Like,
Nope.
or even, and I know everyone ain't religious, everyone might not believe in God, but for those who do believe, it's like, you know, it didn't teach us that our time could be up at any moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's live right. Like, let's get our relationship right with God. Like, let's physically with our health, you know what I'm saying? Let's prioritize that. Um, I feel like to me it was a reality, like the worldly things will keep you from being your best self, you know.
It will. It will. And
Yeah,
and we cling to the things that'll keep us from being our best self.
yeah.
Like we go out, we don't just seek it, we connect ourselves to the things that
Hmm.
prevent us from being our best self. Um, and I think that we really, and I hope that it doesn't take another pandemic before we realize that we have to become comfortable with who we are way before we ask somebody else to become comfortable with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have a friend who was in the same situation as you, you know what I'm saying, lived by himself, and he found that he liked being by himself. He
Hmm.
actually found that it was more enjoyable for him to have himself as his company than any fucking body else. And I used to ask him like, yo, because we used to add him to the call. We used to do the FaceTime call, and about 10 minutes in, he's like, all right, y'all, I'm out. I gotta go. And I'm thinking to myself, you gotta go where, nigga? We are locked in. Like, where the hell are you going? But for
Yeah.
him, it was, I need to spend time with me, and I'd rather do that than talk to y'all on fucking FaceTime.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable with that shit. Really comfortable with that shit.
Yeah. Like I feel like all the things I did honestly kept my mental health at a great point, to the point where I didn't feel like I needed to fold and go back to smoking weed or start drinking. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think like being so focused on, it was like literally body, mind, and soul. You know, like I was focusing on all those things. And that's something I feel like I'm still, like I'm missing that right now in my life. And it's like I love people, but I feel like everybody has different goals and want different things for their lives. And some people like, fuck it, it's a party. Like, uh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
a rise to the wheels fall off, and I'm gonna enjoy this motherfucking life because I don't know when my last day is, and that's fine. But I realize like some of us have different things. Some of us have different things going on. Period. And it's like sometimes you have to, like you said, lock in with yourself. And I think that's the phase in my life that I'm in, because I feel like with me, people don't want the same things that I want, and that's fine, because I'm not going to want the things that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can't let what you want and how you want to live your life reflect on how I live my life, because it's never going to get me the things that I want, you know?
Yeah, and it's cool that you have got to that point,
Mm-hmm.
because now if you do find the guy that you want to spend the rest of your life with, he should he should look at it as, I must really be the person that she's comfortable with, because she's very comfortable without anybody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for you to find somebody and go, you know what? I really like being around you. I really want to be around you. That's big, because it's like, well, she'd rather not be around any motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
um and we have to look at it, and we didn't look at it before COVID, but we definitely got to look at it now. If somebody's willing to be like sit in the house, I know people who can't survive a fucking snowstorm in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I got a homie who shoveled his whole fucking block so his woman could get out the block and go to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, look, 3 days is too much. Fuck that shit. Um, so when you find somebody who you can like sit and chill with, and whether you and your person is around a bunch of people or it's just y'all two, y'all still good.
Yeah.
Um, and until you find that person, don't settle down.
Yeah.
Honestly, until you can find a person that y'all can lock yourselves in the house and disconnect from the world, and y'all are not sitting there fighting and biting each other's head off, that's your person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like we and I had some other things I wanted to talk about today, but that's a good place right there. I think we are all trying to find, how do we know when we got our person? Do that thing. Disconnect from everybody else. Social media, turn your phone off. If you can't sit there and just chill and laugh and joke and have a good time, and I'm not talking about for one day, I'm talking for a few days.
Yeah.
If you're not sitting there biting your nails off because you're like, oh my God, I got to pick up my phone. If that's your first thought, you're not with your person.
Right.
Because if you was with your person, there's nothing going on that phone that's more important than the company you're in.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's trying to find a person, or at least a lot of people are trying to find a person. Um, and I could tell everybody from experience. I can't tell everybody how to have a successful relationship. I could tell you how to fuck one up. I've mastered that shit. I got a master's degree in fucking up relationships. But what I have found is finding somebody who, no matter what's going on, whether it's a million people or it's just y'all two, you're still smiling, laughing, and having just as good of a time. That's your person. And if you need to do something with your person outside of just y'all two all the time, it's not your person. Let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let
That's
that
it.
shit go. And Bridge gonna find her person this year. So if she chooses y'all, one of y'all motherfuckers, don't fuck that shit up. There's a long list of motherfuckers that would have loved to be in your position. So if you get her, behave your damn self. Because she only
Okay.
giving you one shot. You heard that shit today on the show. You only got one damn shot. And that's
Mm-hmm.
over. No matter how much she love y'all niggas, she getting rid of you. But yeah, we gotta. I, and we're gonna talk about this on another show. I said something to my wife, and she looked at me like I had five heads. But it's real. You have to be with somebody long term. You have to learn to love them more than you love yourself. And if they're not a selfish person, which means that they're your person, They're going to do the exact same thing. So y'all are both going to equally work on making sure that the other person's happy. That's a relationship, but we'll dig a little deeper into that on another show. But everybody's been doing great. We asked y'all to like, subscribe, share it. Our subscribers are picking up. We only got a few more days, people. We're trying to hit, what we at? We're trying to hit 2,000. What's today, the 25th? Oh, shit, we only got 3 days. 2 days. 3 days, 28 days in February. We got 3 more days, y'all. We're at 1,450. 550 more people in 3 days. We can do it, y'all. Let's do it. Show us y'all love us that way.
Right.
If y'all can show us that y'all love us in that way, then March 1st, when we wake up, we will have 2,000 subscribers.
God willing.
Y'all can do it. Y'all can fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all can do that, then I'll drink one for y'all. Like, the drink's on me, but since I won't be with y'all, I'll drink it.
Drink it.
But yeah, we got 3 days. 550 people need to subscribe in 3 days. Let's see what we can do, y'all. But I had fun, Brad. You had fun?
I had fun.
Yes, you cursed me out today. Yes, you had fun. You and Nisha both cursing me the hell out. But we will be back next Wednesday. We got more stuff. I'm trying to set up the financial advisor to come on. So within the next couple of days or within the next month, we're definitely gonna have a financial advisor. So I'm gonna need y'all to get on that show with your pen and pad, because we're gonna make March money making March.
Yeah, I like
March
that.
is gonna be the month that we gonna change our financial ways. We gonna make more money in March and going forward than we've ever made in our lives. So that's what March is gonna be for us. Money making March. Let's do this.
Okay.
But until next Wednesday, me and Bridge gonna go to get some rest, and we're gonna say peace to y'all people. We love y'all though.
Yep.
Later.
This is Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. Please like, subscribe, and share.